Good morning, welcome to Breakfast with Naga Munchetty and Charlie State.
Our headlines today. And we'll be talking to the Foreign Secretary Liz Truss at 7:30 later this morning.
Our correspondent Joe Inwood is in Kiev for us this morning.
The findings of an investigation into the handling of bullying allegations made against the Duchess of Sussex will remain private.
Buckingham Palace has confirmed the details will not be released alongside the annual report into the public funding of the monarchy, known as the Sovereign Grant. Our royal correspondent Sarah Campbell has more.
An inquiry has been launched into the charity established in honour of the fundraiser and army veteran Captain Sir Tom Moore.
The Charity Commission has concerns over the way the Captain Tom Foundation is managed. The money raised by Sir Tom for the NHS is not part of this inquiry. Laura Trant has this report. The R&B singer R. Kelly has been sentenced to 30 years in prison for using his fame to sexually abuse women and children.
The 55-year-old was convicted last September of trafficking his victims between US states over 2 decades, assisted by members of his entourage. Our North America correspondent, Nada Tawfik, who was in court, has more. Many of us have enjoyed some warmer weather. For some of us, it's not so good at the moment. Carol can bring us up to date with what's happening. Morning, Carol.
Good morning, both. Good.
Thank you very much, Carol. We'll see you later on.
Pleasure.
Time now is 6:15. With her intimate and frank attitude and, of course, infectious sense of fun, Dame Deborah James touched the lives of many.
Following her death yesterday, we've been hearing stories from lots of people who were inspired by Deborah and her campaign to raise awareness of bowel cancer.
Zoe Conway has been to meet 2 families whose lives have been deeply affected by the disease. You know, that hug between Holly and Caroline, that kind of typifies what Dame Deborah was all about, getting people to talk. So many people who didn't know each other before the podcast began and before she and Lauren and, you know, they all, Rachel, they all kind of spoke so openly about it. It's made a difference to so many lives.
Now, BBC News has made a special documentary celebrating the life and legacy of Dame Deborah, featuring tributes from those who are closest to her.
Now, in that film, Deborah's close friend and television presenter, Gabby Roslin, talks of her infectious zest for life. Take a look. Best friends are the ones that dance with you and dance for you.
There's a lot to love about that little glimpse of that film. If you want to see the whole thing, Dame Deborah James,
22 minutes past 6. Let's take a look at the papers. The Eye's front page says